back in Tide of Blood, and we are no longer under the embargo, so we can just read as much as we want and see how far we get today.
Awesome. Oh, plus, fantastic.
Yeah.
I
So
know last time you were under an embargo. You were under an embargo.
yeah, it was like to the beginning of chapter two, and I don't even think we got to chapter like through chapter one, even though
We
like
did
so much
not.
stuff happened.
Yeah, visual novels are not known for being short.
Yeah, but the thing is though is that like I was like I said last time we played, I will give kudos to this game for addressing the elephant in the room so quickly and
Hmm.
doing it in an okay way.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just like, hey, don't hurt yourself to see me. I love you, but like, it's not worth it.
I respect them for doing that. I do also have mild concerns about the fact that someone thought of that plot line and said, I think we're gonna. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this, but time travel. Like that was a decision
It
that someone made.
it really was. It was like, oh, okay, sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue our story. Load up. Oh, well,
Renpy, no.
um, huh. That's not good. It just like hard crashed. Hello?
Oh no.
Well, let me try reloading. That was weird. Okay. Playing technical difficulties is a slap. Like, come on. Load. Bro! Um, Kunari, I don't think we can play today.
I don't think this game wants us to play it.
I guess like we praised it and the game's like, nah.
Game's
There's
like, oh, you enjoy playing your game? Ah, that's cute.
like that's crazy.
It helps me feel better. It happened to me yesterday with Uma Musume. I was
No.
I was playing on stream and then Steam said, "Oh, that's funny."
I'm here for the Nari retweet. Listen, Boogie, I we are trying to load the game, but
Hey, Biggie.
the game is like hard crashing. Like here's while running game code, which is the line for trying to run it, exception couldn't find a place to stop rolling back. Perhaps the script changed in an incompatible way. How'd the script change? I couldn't tell you. Because I have not opened this game since we last played.
It just decided to change.
Okay, so I can attempt to roll back to a prior time, allowing you to save or choose a different choice. Okay, so we'll roll back. Attempts to roll back to the prior time, allowing you to say, okay, we're running game code, could find a place to do it. And if I click roll back again, it'll probably crash the game. Oh my god. That scuff is inevitable. Okay, but I haven't had a scuff like this. This is new. Uh, game crashing at the start of Act 1, Scene 3. It's the exact same one.
Oh, so other people have had this issue.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay, so the dev said, "Hi, sorry to hear you're having issues. If you're willing to, could you please upload your log file to a file sharing service? I'd like to join a Discord server." And the person posted the exact same issue, and that was back on June 24th, and they have not answered. That's
Oh,
crazy.
that's fine.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well, I mean, the alternative would be to Would you be okay if we like just click A through everything to get to where we are and see if
Yeah,
it's
okay.
yeah, we can do that because like we're not. I mean, granted, 3 hours is still pretty far, but it's not the end of chapter one.
You know
So
what? But how about this? We just gun through. Um, we just straight up just like gun through it,
mhm.
and then hope that when we get to the beginning of Act 3, it doesn't decide to kick us out again.
Yeah. So let me make note of what the image is. Okay, so it's a different time. That's the chap. That's the act title. Um, and the sentences with that. I took a deep breath. Okay, there we go. That's all we need to know. So we're just gonna start, and we're just going to. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna just. Is there a faster way to do this? I wonder. Can you help? Arrow keys, escape. Skips dialogue will held down. Perfect. I'm clicking control. Hello. Skip mode. Hello, is my control key not working?
Really started this game does not want you to play it.
Oh my, I'm clicking the control key. If you can't see it in the bottom right, it like flashes and then turns itself automatically off. All
Yeah,
right,
I'm starting to think this game does not want us to play.
time to put my cookie clicker skills to the test.
I believe.
It's like the scene from Toy Story 2 where Piggy Bank is like just mashing the remote.
Mm.
All this hours of gameplay done in the span of like 5 minutes.
Go, 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 go.
Okay. Better girlfriend. Oh no, why are you pausing? Almost. Didn't they do like the izakaya, or they went to like yeah
They did.
they went to the izakaya, got a drink for her birthday.
Mm.
Ugh. Okay, there we go. We're at the izakaya. Has a drink, figures out how you're time traveling. I forget. Didn't they? No. Didn't they have a date at the theater after this, or am I mistaken?
Yes, he did. They went to the theater,
Okay, okay.
and I think we got to the point. I know we definitely saw the theater. I don't remember if the scene discussing if she was like harming herself came before or after the theater scene.
Oh, I forgot the librarian. Uh,
Oh, I forgot she existed.
I forgot because I was like, cool, girly, but we're not interested in you.
I so forgot.
Someone's gonna be like, that's my favorite character. And it's like, I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong, I like her design, but it's just like, eh. It was like Act 3, Scene 1. But yeah, we time travel back, go to the theater, say hello, and we leave again. I want to save here just in case it crashes or whatever.
That sounds like a great idea.
Knowing my luck, it
Just in case it
will.
crashes, and then we're sitting here like,
Yeah.
oh.
Let me give myself more carpal tunnel. Why are you still talking? There ain't no dialogue on screen. Different time. Okay. Yeah, that's the beginning of the play. We hang around, say hello to her. Uh, yeah, then the chocolate bar. He freaks out about it. She's like, oh my god, you have chocolate.
Chocolate? Chocolate?
Oh yeah, then she like figured out about phones and she was like, what the hell is this? Doesn't freak out over it.
She was very excitable. She was very excited about this.
Uh, and uh, okay, try and jump it back. There we go. We're back where we were at. We're back. All right.
Whoa!
So save, save. This is the new one. Overwrite to save. Cool. All right, return. All right. So here we go. We are 12 minutes in, and we are just now starting back. Hello,
We made
Woldahan.
it.
We made it back. You can now read. All right. Let's get started. With that, I take a deep breath and close my eyes. Even as the magic
Can you share your
begins.
screen?
Huh?
Can you share your screen?
Oh, wait. Am I not sharing my screen?
It stopped when when the game crashed.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought you were watching the whole time.
I was watching on the stream.
Okay. I'm sorry. There we go. All right. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
Perfect. Even as the magic begins to take hold, my mind is elsewhere. I can't make the world a better place as Shino is working towards. I'm too selfish and too useless to do something like that. What I can do is help this one person. If you crash.
Game. Okay.
Oh, we were one scene away. Whatever. It's fine.
You know what? We made it. We made
We
it.
made it.
We
It's
made it.
fine. For every person, there's a last goodbye, a last take care, a last smile, hug, and wave. I never knew which would be the last until. The trees ringing in the cemetery lie bare, the winter's chill having seen to the leaves. With the grass field covered by frost, all to be seen are so many pillars of granite rising from the white snow. The Asakawa family grave stands among them. On its sides, 2 names are written. The business of attending to the grave is a strangely welcome routine. Setting something for my overactive mind to focus on has always been helpful. The empty bucket from the temple now sits beside me, condensation from my breath hanging in the air. The weeding and cleaning of the stone now done, I stand alone with nothing but my thoughts. I can't say I'm particularly good company. I suppose one shouldn't like cemeteries, but I found myself thankful for the time spent here. Every matter is thick with formality, from maintenance to prayer to the priests themselves. Everyone dutifully follows their script. Perfect for someone like me. So far as I can tell, the unremarkable cemetery in Sapporo's outskirts has been here since the city's founding. The graves about me are old and new, ostentatious and simple. None of that matters to their owners now, who all lie just the same. Even here, I'm not alone. With the husky words of another drifting on the cold air. A few yards away, a middle-aged man sits cross-legged before his friend's grave, his old bomber jacket dirtied by the ground. His cheerful, even animated conversation is helped along by the sake before him, still wrapped in the convenience store bag it came in. In the times I've come here, various characters have come and gone as they visited loved ones. He seems to be the more regular one. I too once talked my parents' grave, about my worries and musings, the day's events, even about Yasue and the wondrous world she inhabits, one of the kabuki performances she put on, her favorites, and so on. I soon stopped. People said I should talk to my parents at their resting place, but as I stand before them, the words don't come. For all I try, heart just aches all the more. You good?
Yeah, I was just yawning.
Okay.
I find it very concerning that people are like, talk to your dead parents. I'm just like that. As someone who has lost a good share of family members, I don't know. That just feels really weird to tell a teenager who's already clearly going through some mental strife.
Yeah, like I know it's a cultural thing because I'm in the same boat to where I've had a lot of family members that I really cared about pass away, but
Uh huh.
I don't I don't go to cemeteries. Um, most because I really feel uncomfortable because
Right.
like I get it. It's just a cultural thing, but from like again, as you said, she's very clearly depressed and not in the right headspace. So like telling her, well, it's tradition, you should go do it. It's ignoring, which I mean that is a common thing. It's like ignoring a person's uh mental problems for
Yes,
tradition and like just
it
get over
is.
it. And it's like that's such a I really hate that people have to go through that because I mean I've gone through that and it sucks.
Right. Right. It sucks. It's just like I don't know. Maybe we don't recommend talking to graves to the one person who clearly should be talking to a grand total of 0 graves.
Where I go through the whole go talk, visit them, say goodbye, help you move on. Well, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, you go like say hello, but like there are some to where people are just like, you have to go like every so often, and it's gonna be like, no, I'm gonna go like the day of the funeral, and maybe like a year later, but then after that, I've moved on. I am not gonna go back and like bury up old stuff or dig up old stuff.
Mhm. Everyone has their own way of like grieving.
Yeah,
I just don't know if that's a great way for her.
yeah. Perhaps it's simply that I'm the wrong generation to find comfort in it. For all the rituals around death, I've never placed any faith in such things. The hole they left will never, can never be filled. No amount of talking to cold stone would change that. Exactly.
Right.
As I look up from the grave before me, his voice fades into the background. The sight before me is as captivating now as the first time I saw it. At one of the graves far ahead, a lone woman stands solemnly before another pillar of stone. Her vermilion kimono pierces through the white snow, making for a strikingly beautiful sight. She's never said a word in all the time she's visited this place, nor has she attended to the maintenance of the lichen-covered grave. Perhaps an old-fashioned matriarch, or simply a traditionalist, she glides with grace and precision to her steps. In the midst of falling snow, the lady stands alone, grieving in haunting silence. Noticing her turning back, I quickly cast my gaze downward. The path to leave runs past me. The woman's Zori sandals clattering with each small and measured step her clothing forces. Is that a burn mark on her neck?
Yeah, that looks like a burn mark. That definitely looks like a burn mark.
Yeah. As she passes, I feel something strange. Not once have we spoken, nor have we so much as looked at each other. Yet some unspoken connection exists, despite her aloof and excessively formal nature.
Since I just shot in the dark here. She lost her family in a fire, and she's the only one who survived.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, but I'm more interested in secretary though, or bodyguard.
Oh yeah, you and me. I
Listen,
just saw Bodyguard, and I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about Bodyguard for a second here.
listen. A woman in a suit is like to me personally, in my opinion, is better than a man in a suit.
Not just that, but a woman in a suit that can kill me.
Oh, true, true. Like as a famous Spike Beagle says, I love a woman that can kick my ass.
Yes.
Perhaps out of that connection, or mere curiosity, I dared briefly glance behind me. The woman steps to a dark sedan parked past the cemetery's gated entrance. A sharp-looking blonde woman holding the back door open for her. No voices? I want to hear the voices.
No, just a pointer.
The moment having passed, the old man's meaningless chatter drifts on the air once more. All right, I'll let you go.
For all I might want to visit Yasue, see a friendly face, and give meaningless chatter, my body is too weak to handle another ritual today. For want of something to do, I end up downtown to run errands. I couldn't go back to that empty home. Not today. One cheery theme turns to another every several feet as I walk by so many restaurants and stores. The visual cacophony is no better. The signs and advertisements blending into each other no matter which way I look.
Give me a second. I am going to like turn down like the ambient noise because it's very loud for some reason.
Valid.
Okay.
Okay. The sound of cars rolling by is interrupted by the cheerful chirp of walking signals. Joining the crowd, I walk across the wide boulevard to another set of stores, selling another set of products. There's an uncanny nature to it all. The street layout is the same as in Yasuo's time, more or less. But the wooden frontages now have gleam with glass. Dirt streets now lie paved, and the white snow is lit by the lights of bustling businesses. Unfortunately, the couple of weeks studying blood magic, ah, yeah, yikes, haven't yielded an ounce of progress towards helping Yasue. What experiment Isabella started failed more often than not, and her dialogues on the nature of magic are of little practical use. She was a normal person who'd stumbled into a word she didn't understand, just as I did. Death is the farthest thing from any of them, the minds of anyone here. The scars I carry would make any of them think less of me. As much as I want to help Yasue, I'm the only one who even knows of her existence. Once, I found solace from my loneliness in the company of others. Now I find myself alone, even in the crowd. Girl, that's just depression.
Yeah.
The crowd around me spurs an idea. Take my phone out from my pocket, and moving out of the way a little. I bring up the camera now and take a quick photo. A momentary shot of an ordinary evening in Sapporo. A scene not once transient, now captured for eternity. The fact that my selfie with Yasue managed to come through from her world to mine was a surprise, given my stupor didn't. I imagine the clumsy false magic I'm using limits what makes it across. Regardless, I quickly seized upon it as a way to bring some of my world to Yasue. Taking the odd photo for her has proved surprisingly enjoyable. I wouldn't say I'm a particularly good photographer, but I've noticed some good opportunities while going about my day. Oh, it's a librarian again. Just as I resumed my watch towards the station, I cast my eye with a familiar figure, her red jacket proving hard to miss. She looks as relaxed as ever, while casually leaning against the sidewalk railing. A colorful bag from a nearby game center slipped over her wrist. Chino gives an affable smile as she notices, raising her other hand in greeting.
こんばんは。
Hey,
こんばんは。
good evening. I give a small bow as I walk up, resigning myself to a conversation. The last thing I wanted to do was to put on airs of normality at now of all times. Surprisingly, it seems Chino is in the same mood. She has almost as much trouble keeping eye contact as I do, looking down the street as much as towards me. At least I have a good reason to quickly excuse myself.
シノ、おい、シノってば。
Chino? Hey, Chino? Oh, I seem to have interrupted something.
ミッケ。おい、シノ。
Found ya, Chino.
Okay, see, they keep throwing more and more people that I'm more interested than Yasue.
Or than Chino, honestly.
Like, Yasue and Shino's like, okay, so we're gonna be like the librarian and her, and I'm like, nah. Obviously, we're getting the fancy girl for secretary, and now this girl called Ito. Like Ito,
I think her name is Kaoru.
Kato. Either way, that
Kaoru.
Kaoru,
Mhm.
Kaoru.
Kaoru.
That is my transition goals right there.
Right?
Like,
That's
God,
gender.
that is very gender.
The quick woman practically bouncing up the street towards us, comes to an abrupt halt, face frozen as she catches sight of me. She looks behind her as if there were someone else there, before awkwardly looking back. To say this atmosphere is strange would be an understatement. The random people passing by us all the while, all the while, only highlighting the passing second.
邪魔してごめんなさい。もう行くね。
Sorry, I should be going.
そんなことないよ。ちょうどよかった。
No, this is good.
ほのかちゃん、こっちは友達のカオル。
Honoka, meet my friend Kaoru. Is it your friend?
と、
Is it your friend?
Yeah, no, it's like, what kind of friend? You know, are we talking about how historians are like, they were their best friends, and then they shared the
They
same
were
bed?
roommates.
They were roommates? Oh, no.
Hey. I should have known Shino would find a way to rescue the situation. I wish she hadn't. It's only after Shino's companion greets me that I've realized I've subconsciously shifted between behind her. From her shabby clothing to many piercing, she couldn't be a better image of the youthful delinquent. That it's a look that's as far as I can tell. But she wears it so naturally that it's clearly simply her, not some fashion choice. Her drawl and fat and proud posture don't help.
I'm
Her
sorry.
posture is fine.
Her posture's fine, but also, like, again, very gender. Best. This. I want this so bad. I love this design.
浅川ほのかです。よろしく。
Nice to meet you. I'm Honoka Asakawa. I retreat to formality once more. reciting my script and what's turned into Shino's play.
私が勤めてる大学の学生なんだ。自己紹介も済んだことだし、店に入ろっか。
She's from a school where I work. Now that we're all introduced, shall we go in? Gaoru and I are left looking at each other. The plastic bag on Shino's wrist, flopping this way and that as she gestured. Sorry?
カオルとそこの居酒屋に行く約束してんの。ほのかちゃんもおいでよ。多い方が楽しいし。ね。
I don't know if really Pop should be able to drink. I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Yeah, like the more, I mean, yeah, I guess you get like a non-alcoholic drink, but still, like, she's 20, 19. I
Oh,
forget.
no, that's not the concerning part. 'Cause that's still like the age where you can drink.
Hmm.
The concern for me is more that she is like very much
Oh, yeah.
just like I don't know if you should drink when you have that much blood loss. That doesn't feel super healthy.
Yeah, I feel like that is a bad idea. Because yeah, if you do drink, because like I already know, like losing blood, donating it is bad enough. But like, because I remember I donated blood and then I had the smart idea to drink afterwards, and I was very not okay. I was stupid drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And so, even though it's been a couple days, if she's having to fill up a whole pentagram with blood, that's a lot of blood.
That's a lot of blood.
If it was just like a tiny drop here and there, fine. But like, she's filling up the entire sketch on her floor.
Yeah, that's too much blood to be imbibing alcohol. Although she did drink alcohol over in the other world, which is double reason she shouldn't drink.
Yeah.
Because she already drank earlier. Like, I know it's been a few days, but that was alternate dimension alcohol. Past our dimension alcohol, if you will.
And considering that probably like the older alcohol is like stronger due to less regulations.
Right.
Like she's probably like stupid buzzed.
Oh no, the buzz didn't stay. I still feel like it's not good. It still feels like a bad idea.
Oh no.
I try to find an excuse not to, but I can't think on such short notice. There's another issue too. This area feels familiar somehow. Distracted while being watched by both. I end up mumbling a half-hearted acceptance.
じゃあ、お邪魔しようかな。
Sure. I see now why I felt an odd familiarity from outside. This bar is the same one Yasue took me to. It's amazing how long some local businesses have stayed operating. Then again, while I may be in the same place, the differences inside make me wonder if it could truly be called the same bar. The beer posters on the wall have been now replaced with by a trending mural, and the old electric lamps are now gone, thanks to new LED light.
You good? I heard a crash in there.
I know that was just like something fell in the background. Even the ordering is different. Gaoru talks Shino through how to use the tablet mounted to the center of the table. A dizzying variety of food and drinks available at the Presso bar. It's the world hailing from the grizzled owner as he hobbles about. This all feels so slick and modern, even down to the smells of the aged wood and tobacco being replaced by cleaning products handbags and modern perfumes. The tone they're clearly going for, is a little punk, but in that packaged commercial as well. The irony isn't lost on me. Looking about, the patrons around us wear hip and modern clothing. Kaoru seems to fit the vibe far better than I do, blending perfectly into the Saturday evening's crowd.
ほのかだっけまとめて注文するよ。何にする
Honoka, right? Might as well throw your order in as well. What'll it be? Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I was trying to click it. It just wouldn't click.
Yeah. Her familiarity to call me by my first name feels strange. I try to summon some hunter as I clutch the coat in my lap, nudging the left sleeve of my sweater down to make sure my bandages are well covered. The reminder of what I have to hide from everyone else doesn't help my appetite.
ビールで地ビールをお願いします。
Just beer. A local one.
フードはまあ好きなの頼みなよ。
No food? Well, suit yourself. She wastes no time in quickly tapping away to make her order, leaving me silently glad that I managed to order something normal bar. I'll have to thank Yasue for teaching me. As she finishes up and puts the tablet back on its mouth, it's Shino who speaks up.
そうだ、これあげる。
Here, you can have this. She passes the game center bag over the table with a smile. I reflexively take it before looking inside and plucking the soft item out. It's a plushie.
Yay!
今のぬいぐるみ
It's a teddy. Why did you get a teddy bear from a gaming place?
私、物に執着しないたちなの。
Or
手
it's
放
cute.
す方が楽だもん。だから持ってて。
I don't keep much stuff, so it's easier to give it away. You can keep it.
何よ、その顔。
You ain't give it to your girlfriend? Come on, man.
Yeah!
That's rough shit, Shino. That's rough shit. That's not how you keep a girl. What's that face supposed to mean?
I just like how she's like, bruh, really? Like, she even has the eyebrow
Yeah.
wiggle.
私に
She's
は
like, I'm right here.
Oh my god, it was!
I told you. You never asked if I wanted a teddy bear.
ゲームセンターはその通りのすぐ先。無駄遣いしたいなら行ってきなよ。
Rude. Wow, that's crazy. The crane machines are just about up the street. Go dump some of your cash in them.
Your girlfriend is like, bro, what about me? Why didn't you give it to me? You have money. Go get it yourself. Excuse me?
That's so rude.
その言い方
That is so
誰
rude.
かさんそっくり。
You sound way too much like someone else. Our talking is interrupted by a youthful waitress, clad in a smart black uniform. She places 3 bottles of beer onto the table and works off their bottle caps before nodding and striding away to help another group of customers. The others waste no time on starting their drinks, and I follow their lead. Getting used to the taste of beer will take a while longer, it seems, but I notice this is less sweet than what I had before. The way even the brand of the beer is made must have changed. The same brand of beer must have changed.
Yes, girly, it's been 100 years. It's
That's usually what happens.
usually what happens. There's protocols that have to change.
Don't tell her. She might break in twain. Gaoru and Shino seem to have a good handle on each other. Yes, because they're partners. They might be married, even. Even though Shino invited me in to be nice, I distinctly feel like I'm butting into their evening. I pull out my phone and suddenly checking if it's late enough to use that as an excuse to leave. Just past 9. I could probably get away with it. Motion at the edge of my vision prompts me to look back up. Gaoru peering off at the table towards my phone. And its lock screen. Now set to the photo of Yasue and I. Oh no.
Oh no. She'd be like, who's that person? My girlfriend. She doesn't go here though.
へえ、可愛い人だね。
Excuse me. Oh, she's cute. My heart jumping as I realize what she's seeing. My first instinct is to pull my phone back toward me. I try to recompose myself, but my face feels far too hot for it to be convincing.
ごめんごめん、つい気になってさ。
Sorry about that. Curiosity got the better of me. She waves a hand in front of her face in apology. But my heart still races as I grab at a distraction before Shino jumps into combat.
二人は知り合ってどれくらいなの？
How long have you two known each other?
1ヶ月かそこらかな。
A month or so? She looks to Shino for confirmation, who agrees between them. It took me a long time to get comfortable around Yasue, but I suppose both seem the sociable type. As they begin to talk with each other, the conversation thankfully drifts away from me as the friends chat between one another. Gaoru's loud voice ensures that other patrons glance towards her rather than me as well. I drink the last of my beer as quickly as I can, before finding an opening in their conversation.
もう遅いし、そろそろ帰らなきゃ。誘ってくれてありがとう。
It's getting late. I'd better go. Thank you for inviting me.
全然いいよ。来てくれてありがとう。じゃあ、また来週図書館でね。
No worries. I'm glad you came along. See you at school next week.
じゃあな、ほのか。今度また見かけたら声かけてよ。遊びに行こう。
See you around, Honoka. Say hi if you see me. It'd be cool to hang out with you again. With that, I shuffle out of my seat and grab my coat.
お会計は？
About paying.
ああ、気にしないで。私が誘ったんだし、これくらい出すよ。
It's fine. Don't worry. I can swing this much after dragging you along.
ありがとう。
Thank you. I feel bad, but this will go quicker if I don't argue the point. I don't even know how much beer costs this time. Probably not 20 cents. With a last goodbye, I give a wave and head out.
Okay. I'll read when I get back. I gotta go speak to wifey real quick.
But
You're back, y'all. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, wife is in her office across the house, and she just texted me question mark, and I'm like, what's the context? What happened? So I had to go ask real quick. All good here.
mm,
Okay. There's no technical difficulties. I just went to go speak to Peanut real quick. Let me fix that, because like all of the sound alerts like keep going off screen. Really frustrating.
that's really annoying. Give
Yeah.
me one sec to plug my phone back in.
Okay.
I realize how much it's uncharging.
All right. Whenever you're ready. Let me save while we're waiting for Lunari to get back. Perfect. I have a question. Have you played Deltarune? I have. I have not played the new chapters yet, and I will get to it eventually. Right now I am doing Oops All New Games with all the stuff that I missed when I was in Canada. So, um, whenever I'll probably get Deltarune like some birthday time, which is gonna be in October. But yeah, no, I played the first couple chapters and I really enjoyed it. Who's a new person with you? This is Lunari. Lunari is helping me read uh this visual novel. For those who don't know, I have a condition to where I can't read too much, or I will get very, very tired and lightheaded. So I have people come on and help me read visual novels that I really want to read. And Lunari lovingly came in and was like, "Hey, I want to read this one." So we're reading A Tithe in Blood by Studio Alon.
Listen, you tell me. Yeah, I'm just saying. If you tell me I have Yuri visual novel, I'm not gonna say no.
True, true. What's the name of this condition? Don't know. That's what I've been going to all my doctor's visits. That's why I constantly have to take off stream because I'm going to the doctor at least like once every week, once every other week, doing doctor visits, phone calls, medications. So it's a fun life. I'm a very sick person. Okay, continue reading. Are you good if I
Yeah,
continue reading?
yeah, let's go.
Okay. The winter is beginning to bite, especially after coming out of the izakaya. The the footpaths are filled with people going this way and that, happily chatting between themselves. Once again, I find myself surrounded and anonymous. Just one more person amidst the crowd. Clutching my coat against the cold air, I begin to walk into the train station. The long train journey back to that empty house now beckoning. We got through that act, or that scene, so quickly.
We did.
Oh, the teddy bear's in the background.
Aw.
Another Friday's lectures might be over, but the work of study and translation continues. While other students around me talked of get togethers and partying, I slave over the book before me while they drink the night away. Not that I feel put out at all. Partying and such always felt like such an odd affair. I was dragged along to one or two when I started university, only to feel like a fish out of water. Never even drank, until Yasue offered. The company of books never did me wrong, which is more that can be said of people. Another sentence is entered into the laptop to my left, the centuries-old original to my right. The amusing juxtaposition of the old world of magic with the high technology of these times doesn't go missed. One small blessing has been Isabella's immaculate handwriting, obvious care having been taken in recording her work. My own handwriting is terrible, with years of typing making me unused penmanship. Suppose most others are the same these days. Unfortunately, my efforts tonight are unlikely to be of any use at all. The file containing today's translation notes soon proved to be focused on rather esoteric observations around blood magic. Rather than being outright required, the magical circles and glyphs I've been using are more to guide how one thinks. Practically speaking, they're like training wheels. Blood could perhaps be directly manipulated without any such guides with enough practice. Just more useless knowledge. I'll need far more practice to manage without them in any case. All I can do is sigh in frustration, the day's work amounting to another waste of time. Yet I can't afford to stop trying. The moment I do, everything will catch up to me. Deciding on my own experimentation, I look over to my phone laying to the side. The knife beside it glints in the moonlight. Girl, we need another day to heal. We don't need to go do. All right.
Okay,
Okay.
we're here now.
Yasue and I stroll along the gravel streets of downtown Sapporo, the smells and sounds of the period drifting in the air. Looking to Yasue beside me, she happily rolls her candy about in her mouth. After seeing how quickly she took the chocolate, I make sure to bring a few assorted candies along whenever I visit. It lifts my spirits to see her so easily pleased. Printing presses clatter inside a building as we pass, newspapers busily being inked for the coming day. Even here, people want to be in the know. We briefly stop to allow a rickshaw to pass before us, a sprightly young man giving a brief nod before ferrying two gossiping women down the road. Yasue patiently waits before continuing, clearly having no intention of hurrying herself. Why would she? She has all the time in the world. If only I had that sort of time. I might be able to help her, just a little more. I should be able to...
ほのかどうしたの？
Is something the matter, Honoka? You seem distracted. I don't want to raise her hopes without knowing for sure that I have a way to save her. So I quickly lurch toward another thing on my mind.
なんだかすごく不思議。通りの配置は私の世界と同じなのに、全然違う街みたい。
This all feels so uncanny. The street layout is just the same, but it's so different at the same time.
今の札幌はどんな風なの？
What's Sapporo like now?
まず、もっと人が多くて
It's
どこに行っても人
it's
の声
different, ma'am.
車があちこちで曲がる音が聞こえる。
It is very different. The women show their ankles and their kneecaps.
Not their ankles. Please, not the ankles.
It's a lot more crowded for one. The air is filled with the sound of people and cars turning this way and that. What's a car?
Just imagine she just magically knows where the
幹
car
線
is.
道路に
Like,
は馬じゃなくて、電気で動く路面電車が走ってる。それから、線路があって、電車がガタガタと音を立てて走ってる。
Trams roll up and down the main road, powered by electricity rather than horses. Then there's the rail lines, with trains rattling in the distance. You can't keep telling her about all this future tech and just expect it to be normal, because she's gonna be like, cool. I don't know what any of the words you just said are, but it sounds cool.
I'm glad you're having a hard good time.
木造の店は全部ガラス張りで、現代の西洋風のものばかり。朝から夜遅くまで営業してて、みんながみんな新しいものを買おうとしてる。この時代の遊郭は他の店に変わってるだろうけど、とにかく賑わってるよ。
The wooden shop fronts are entirely glass now, a modern Western style taking over. Business happens at day and night, everyone constantly buying new things. The brothels of these times might have changed for shops, they're no less busy.
街は事務所ばかり入ったコンクリートって素材の高い建物とアスファルトっていう黒い素材で塗り固められた道路に覆われて灰色一色でね。新年のお祝いの時期だけ木に電球を巻きつけて飾ってる。
Between the concrete office blocks and tarmac roads, gray city. The only thing to break it up are the lights strung up on the trees for New Year celebrations.
って説明で伝わるといいけど。
I hope I've done it justice.
嬉しいわ。札幌は現代でも賑やかなのね。でもガラス張りの建物だなんて想像もつかないわね。
I'm glad to hear Sapporo is alive and well. It's hard to imagine buildings made of glass, though.
今の建物はもっと高くて、確か一番高いビルで地上40階だったと思う。
They're a lot higher than this as well. The tallest building is 40 floors high from memory.
That is not that bad, honestly.
And they say mages are amazing. Things have sure progressed in all these years.
実は大学の司書さんに連れて行ってもらった店がこの前安江に連れて行ってもらった居酒屋だったの。
I actually went to the same izakaya we visited here a few days ago.
Oh no.
The librarian at school invited me in with her. We're gonna go to the izakaya. We're gonna carve into the wall Yasue and Honoka, and just like come back to the library, to come back to the izakaya. And be like, look, I time traveled. I don't believe you. Look at that carving I did 100 years ago.
Oh shit.
Her face lights up. Her light-footed strides practically turning into prancing.
つまり現代でも続いている店があるのね。嬉しいわ。
So something has continued.
どれだけ残っているのかずっと気になっていたの。
I always worry about how much
Aw.
survived of my time. I mean, that's fair. Because, like,
It's so precious.
in 100 years, what do you know now will still be around?
That's a good point.
Like,
I'm hoping not much, genuinely.
Yo-
'Cause, oh boy.
yeah. Because I remember in my hometown, since its founding, I think the only things that have still exist is the old train station, and that's it. Like everything else has like changed or moved, but the train station has always been where it's been.
Mm.
And I mean that's fine because I like you know, fellow autistics speak up, but I like trains, so. I guess we all want to leave some kind of mark, however small it might be. Some sense of purpose beyond us. Yasue has her kabuki and love of Sapporo, but I wonder what that truly is for me. A third party interrupts our conversation, my stomach growling. Yasue looks at me questioningly, but I don't have any good answer for her.
夕飯は
Mm.
まだ食べてなくて。
I haven't had dinner, so girl, you gotta go eat. Like, as soon as you time travel, be like, hey Yasue, love ya, can we go eat? Because I have lost a lot of blood.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like Yasui might just want to just be waiting for her to be like, here, a cookie.
Here's a cookie.
Please
Here's
eat.
some juice. I'd mumble the words, feeling like a school kid caught out by their teacher. Trying to research blood magic while also dealing with university hasn't been easy. Once Yasue sets her mind to something, she refuses to hear otherwise. I still can't decide if that stubborn nature is endearing or not. Finding myself pulled to her favorite place once more, my hands fiddle on my lap out of restlessness as a waiter places our food before us. While the others here treat me nicely enough, I'm glad for Yasue having taken me under her wing. Picking up my chopsticks and beginning on the meal with a hearty bundle of noodles, I realize how ravenous I am. The food here may not have the most variety, but it's wonderfully good compared to the convenience store food I've been living off of. My glasses fog up from the steaming broth, but I can't stop myself slurping up one mouthful after another. Only after a few minutes do I realize that I'm being stared at. I gingerly glance upwards to Yasue, her expression of amusement throwing me off guard. I must have let my hunger show.
ごめん、つい。
Sorry, I just...
いいの。そのまま食べてちょうだい。気に入ってくれたのなら嬉しいわ。
Please keep going. I'm glad you enjoy it.
それにしてもちゃんと食べてる？この世界に来るたびに食べ物に夢中になっているようだけれど。
I have to ask though, are you sure you're taking care of yourself? Every time you come here, you feast on anything put before you. At least she realizes too, like, please take care of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that she knows now.
もちろん食べてるよ。
Of course. Her expression only clouds further. I was never good at lying, much less when I feel bad for doing so.
大学の課題や魔法の研究でいろいろおざなりになってることもあるけど、大丈夫。なんとかやってるから。
Between university work and this, I've had to put more and more things aside. Not really a problem. I'm doing fine. Girl, take care of yourself. Go eat. Okay. All right. While we're waiting on Lunari, let me say thank you to a couple people. Let me say thank you to Wolderhound, the Boogie Punk, and Melody's Wild Ride for the follows. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. I know Wolderhound, we met yesterday in a DVD game. At Xeno, like playing against Xenomorph, I always feel like I want to give the Xeno Kitty a head pat and like boop the snoot, and if they're cool with it, cool. But like, it's like, please, I'm being friendly. Like I wish, like, people complain that like there should be like emotes or something in DBD, but I feel like if you do that, you're gonna be very toxic. But I want something more than just come here or point, just so that way I can emote or something to the killers, be like, I'm friendly, please chill. But yeah. So the plan is, for those who didn't know, when I said it at the beginning of the stream, we are going to stream till about 11, so we got another like 50 or so minutes, and then
Okay.
we'll call it for today. You good?
Yes, I came back to I came back to I wanna boop in DVD.
Oh, you want to boop in DVD? I'm sorry.
That's what I heard. I heard I wish to boop in DVD, and I was just like, I need to know. I need to know the context.
So the context is like, sometimes in DBD, you want to be like, you want to be nice to the killer, and like, hey, don't hurt me, or like, I'm just doing a silly, or I made a mistake, like, look at my silly. It's supposed to be like
Yes.
a friendly term. So like, whenever a killer shows up, you have there's two emotes that survivors can do, which is point and like kind of like a come over here gesture. So people associate the pointing with booping. So there was a xenomorph that person in chat, Wolderhound. We were in the same match yesterday, and we were both trying to be friendly to the xenomorph. And normally when it's like the xenomorph, Jigsaw killer with the pig mask, and a couple other killers, you boop the snoot, as one would say. And sometimes they'll be cool with it, but other times they'll just be like, nah, fuck you, I want to play the game and like get points, and they'll kill you anyway. And I'm like, bro, I just wanted to have fun. I wanted to boop the snoot, and you tried to kill me anyway. Now I'm gonna have to like try hard.
Yeah.
That's all it was. All right, back in.
自分のことを第一に考えてと言ったでしょ。この世界に来るだけでも大変なのよ。これ以上自分を追い込まないで。
I did tell you to put yourself first. Coming here already taxes you. The last thing I want is you hurting yourself any further. While the noodles are wonderful as always from this place, I give a frustrated sigh.
やっぱり何か問題があるんでしょ
So something is wrong.
丼から昇る湯気でメガネが曇るの
The scene from the bowl, it fogs up my glasses. She gives a snort of amusement at my mundane predicament. Even after wearing them for practically my entire life, glasses can still be a real pain. To my surprise, Yasue reaches forward and gently takes my glasses in her outstretched fingers, putting them on herself afterwards with a churlish smile.
これで一つ問題解決ね
At least I can solve one problem for you.
やっぱりほのかはメガネがあってもなくても可愛いわ
As I thought, you look lovely with or without glasses. I'm left silent as I'm unable to work out how to reply, though my scarlet cheeks provide an answer for me. I'd say my glasses suit her better than I. My thoughts once again turn inwards as she looks around a little to get a feel for the prescription. Despite all of my research into my own paltry blood magic, Yasue's true magic still confounds me. Conjuring apparitions to enact a play, an entire cast worth, is nothing short of amazing. I'm surprised nobody talks about her performances in the real world, despite my looking. If mages can do so much wonder and things, then perhaps they could also... No, can't think about that. Every time I've caught myself reaching toward that vain hope, I quickly bat my hand away. Were it possible, I'm sure I would have heard about it by now. It's the last topic I want to talk about when surrounded by strangers as well.
ほのか
Honoka,
あ何
yes? She sighs in response to my zoning out, soon taking off the glasses and replacing them on my head.
無理に心を開いてというつもりはないけれどこうも足並みが揃わないと少し腹が立つわね
I know I can't force you to open up, but I have to admit this dance gets a little frustrating.
この世界のことは何でも知っているけれど私の不思議な訪問者さんのことはまだ何も知らないの
I might know everything about this world, but still nothing about this strange new visitor of mine.
心配してるっていうより気になって仕方ないみたいだけど
It almost sounds like you're more curious than worried for me.
両方ではダメかしら
Can't I be both? I give a dreary look at her non-answer, but she only giggles. I want to think badly of her for it. Her total honesty makes that hard. She thinks a little before coming to her feet, turning and beckoning for me to follow. Left a little bemused by her sudden decision, I quickly get up and leave our half-eaten bowls on the table. Alright, I'll let you go from here.
Yasuo's ability to see right through me astounds me once again. She knew I wouldn't open up around others, so she brought me here for privacy.
私のことをもう少し知りたいなら実は最近血の魔法でできることできないことを検証してみたの本物の魔術師であるあなたたちと比べてね
If you want to know a bit more about me, I was trying to work out what I can and can't do with blood magic, compared to a real mage like you, that is.
安江はいろんなものを具現化できるんでしょ
You can conjure all kinds of things, right? She gives the matter some serious thought, mulling over how best to explain these kinds of matters to a common person.
私が使うような召喚の術は普通の人にはできないと思うの
Conjuring to the degree that I do is probably impossible.
魔術は内側から発せられるものよつまり体内にあるものを元にした魔術を実現するのは簡単なのだからほとんどの魔術師は自分の体のいろんな部位に少しずつ手を加えてその結果長生きしているの
Magic emanates from within. That is, people within the body is magic within the body is the easiest to achieve. Hence why most mages can modify their bodies a little here and there and live longer as a result.
大抵の魔術師も体のすぐ外側の世界に手出しできるけれど、もっと難しくなるわ。私たちは身を守るために一生を費やして一つの武器を作る鍛錬を積み、反射の域でその武器を具現化できるようにするの。
Most mages can also modify the world just outside of their bodies, but that's more difficult. We'll usually spend a lifetime practicing making a single martial weapon for self-defense, to the point of being able to materialize it by reflex.
ああ、それが安江のセンスなの？
Oh, like your fan?
そう、あれは私の武器よ。それ以上のものを変えるのは難しすぎて、できる魔術師はほとんどいないわ。だから、私のような魔術を広範囲に展開できる者には特別な才能があると言われているの。体外に効果を及ぼす特定の魔術。それが私の場合は具現化というわけね。
That's right. Anything beyond that is usually too difficult for a mage to change. So, and those who can, like myself, are said to have a magic talent, a specific form of magic that can extend far outside the body. Conjuration, in my case.
ほとんどの魔術師が武器を。じゃあ、私にもできるかな？
If most mages can make a weapon, maybe I can do that much as well? Her face lights up at the idea, only to quickly turn about and start fossicking around the ground near some trees.
That is a word I have never heard of before.
I am
Fossicking?
not. I'm going to look up what that means.
Yeah. We are looking this up live.
To search for gold or gemstones, typically by picking over abandoned workings. To search about and to rummage. It is chiefly used in Australia and New Zealand.
Okay. Considering that I do believe Studio Alon is like either a New Zealand or Australian studio, that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Hold up, I'm actually pulling up the Studio Alon website just to confirm my suspicions, but I do believe they're based out of New Zealand. Let's see. About us. Okay, I'm just going to assume, but a lot of their stuff does take place in New Zealand, so yes, I'm going to assume that's the case.
Yeah, most likely, yeah.
何か使えそうなものは？
Let's see.
これが
One of these should work. Ah, here. She rights herself and skips over it. And a sight never quite natural in her otherwise formal command. She hands me what looks like a regular branch, long and spindly with a fork at the very end.
私にわかるかな？
I don't think I understand.
若い魔術師が自分の武器を具現化する訓練を始めるときはね、こういう道具を使って思考を導くの。血の魔法ではどう作用するのかはわからないけれど、役に立つかもしれないでしょ？
When a young mage is beginning to try to materialize their weapon of choice, they often start off with a prompt to help them guide their mind. I don't know how blood magic works, but maybe this will help. Wait.
Huh?
She's going to try to use the blood magic to make a weapon? That doesn't sound super safe here.
Listen. Oh my god.
Honoka, I don't know if you're like, do you have some kind of like super hurt? Like, do we need to talk? Are you good? I'm starting to think she might be taking other people's blood.
Oh no.
Which would be worse. But only by a little bit. Her logic does make sense. With Yasue wholeheartedly throwing herself at these experiments, there's no going back now. Holding the stick in one hand, I roll up my sleeve with the other and undo the lowest of the bandages. I don't have a knife with me, but my fingernails have grown a bit longer than usual. No, that's awful. That's horrifying. Why would you, Honoka? What's going on?
It's so uncomfortable.
So it should be to do the job for something like this.
I was gonna just use my long freaking nails
I
to claw my veins out. Oh no.
no. Oh no. Yasuo's face is graven, but she holds her tongue as I press my nail into the already scarred skin of my forearm. My own yelp of pain only barely suppressed as I drag it across. This isn't as bad as when I use the knife, but it's hardly a pleasant feeling regardless.
Nah,
It's
yeah,
an unpleasant feeling to read.
like it's so unpleasant, but like Yasue, if you want to teach me how to use blood magic, by all means, bring a knife, bring something to where, hey, so I have no way to cut your skin. Just use your nails, it'll be fine. How about
To be
no?
fair, I don't think Yasuo is really cognizant of how that works because she's not a blood magician, and
True, she's
so
just like magic. She's like, yeah, sure, like we just do this normally. But
she's
use
just a magic. She's just like, why are you using blood for your magic?
this seems very uncomfortable to you. And she's like, Honka's just crying. It is very uncomfortable. It's like, then why do you keep doing this to yourself?
Because sometimes, Greg, meeting your girlfriend is more important than your own health.
God, no.
I really wish you would fall for someone like in her like time period, but
I mean, that's probably going to be our
really not.
choice later on of like, who do you want to be with, Yasue or someone in your present time?
Please, we cannot pick Yasue. We are gonna die if we pick Yasue
I feel
for
like
any time.
so spoilers for the other Studio Alon visual novel I just finished. Please be happy. We
Mm.
got rid of our immortality to stay with a human because we were like, we love you, we're gonna stay with you forever, until we both die. So like,
That's sweet,
that was a
but
choice.
also that's sweet, but
So,
also why?
well, I mean, the other option was to fall in love with another immortal, and you both
Ah,
keep your immortality.
okay, no, that actually does kind of suck.
Yeah. So like, either way, it was like, get rid of it or stick with it. So like, this one, I feel like it's gonna be the same choice of like, do we find? I assume we would find a way to be able to stay here permanently without, you know, killing ourselves from blood loss, or we just like feel so guilty about doing all this, or Yasue makes us feel guilty. It's like, hey, I love you, but you cannot be here. You're going to have to accept that. I feel like that's what it's gonna run into.
I I just I like part of me feels like Yasua is gonna be like at one point gonna be like, hey, you do need to stop, actually.
Yeah. Like, oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm just joking a little bit. I'm fine.
So we'll be like, hey, go find my ancestor. It'll be just as good.
Uh-huh.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. A trickle of blood flows down my wrist and my hand. The stick now stained a deep red as the wine dark liquid drips over it.
さあ、形にしたい武器をできるだけ細かいところまで思い描いてみて。 絵画のような平面ではダメよ。物体として想像するの。その棒があなたの思考を導いてくれるはずよ。
Now, imagine the weapon you want to give form to in as much detail as you can. Not just as an image like a painting, but as an object. Use the stick to guide your thought. I close my eyes and do what she said, doing my best to bury the pain emanating from my arm. Something to defend myself. A handle, long enough to wield with both hands. Visions of old manuscripts I read for university flick through my mind as I try to focus on a single one. One I read a few days ago lingers just a little longer than the other. An image of a farmer doing the back-breaking work of harvesting his crops. The large blade fits atop a long handle, which curves and twists about. The warm blood now flowing over my hand feels like it has a direction to it, a momentum, moving about and solidifying in my grip. The handle feels heavy in my hands, one end weighing far more than the others. But if it were a stick, then how? As I open my eyes, the first thing I see is Yasue. As talkative as Yasue has always been, the woman for once stands speechless as she stares not at me, but my hand.
Jesus, okay.
Aye, damn, girl.
Yasuo is like, hey, that's cool, but also very scary.
It's really cool, but also like, yikes. I'm just as dumbstruck as she is as I look down, where a simple stick once was, a scythe, albeit crude and unwieldy, now rests in my hand. Blood from my wound still trails the cut, and me directed to the handle. An unsettling sight, only making it too clear what this scythe truly is.
これを私が
This is really. As I raise my hand to try moving the weapon, the crystallized blood at once turns back to liquid. Leaving my hand groping at the air as it falls to the ground in an appalling, formless mess. The show now over, Yasue runs a hand over her face to try to recompose herself as I disappointedly rewrap my bandage. The sharp stinging as material covers my fresh wound is painful, but nothing I can't hide from Yasue. I'm so unused to failure that I don't know how to process this. The brief flicker of hope that I might have the same powers as a real mage was taken away all too quickly. What good is making a weapon if I can't use it?
あなたの技、二人でもっと練習しないといけないわね。
It seems we can both have much to learn about this skill of yours. She tries to put a positive spin on it all, but I can tell she's unnerved by the whole process. I don't blame her.
大
Are you alright, dear?
私、魔術のこと少し知りたかっただけなの。本物の野生が使うような魔術のこと。でも、聞いてばっかりで迷惑かな。
I just wanted to ask you about something about magic. Real magic, like yours. I feel like I bug you too much about it already, though.
前にも言ったでしょ。好奇心を持つのはいいことよ。喜んで答えるわ。
As I said before, curiosity is a good thing. I'm only too happy to answer. As my throat tightens, my throat tightens, but I force myself to say the words. She's wrong that I'm asking out of curiosity, but simple closure that I want.
魔術で死んだ人を生き返らせることはできるの？
Can magic bring back the dead?
Uh, oh no. No, 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 no.
I simply regret asking as her face collapsed. Of course, she was going to connect the dots from something like that. That said, she hardly looks surprised as she slowly shakes her head.
死んだ人を生き返らせた魔術師は今までに一人もいなかった。ほのかにははっきり言っておくべきでしょうね。
An unseen person is God. No mage has ever revived them. You deserve as clear an answer as I can give on that.
魂、アニマ、生命力。呼び方は様々だけれど、どれも肉体から独立して存在しているようなの。理論的には、精神を別の器に移すことは可能かもしれないけれど、実践した例はないわ。
Soul, anima, life force, whatever the name, seems to be independent of the body. Theoretically, one's will could be put into another vessel, but that's never been put into practice.
ごめんなさいね。
I'm sorry. I give a sullen nod, knowing Yasuo's answer was the only one possible. As she opens her mouth, I already know what she'll say.
ご両親のことでしょ。
It's your parents, isn't it?
知ってたんだ。
You already knew, didn't you?
ほのかは隠し事が得意じゃないもの。
Damn, Yasue!
Oh no.
If I'm honest, you're not the hardest person to read. I absentmindedly look out to the ground. The next words unexpectedly spilling out from my mouth, as if a dam were breathing.
あの時、世界が真っ暗闇に包まれたみたいだった。一瞬にして、私の世界は変わってしまった。
When it all happened, it felt like the darkest night had come. Everything in my world had changed in one instant.
それでも、夜は明けた。
And yet, dawn still came.
それが不思議で仕方なかった。時間は流れ、大人は仕事に行き、子供は学校に通い、鳥はさえずり、電車は音を立てて走ってる。
That was the strangest thing. The time still moved. People went to work and children to school. The birds sang and trains rattled along.
他の人たちの時間は変わらずに流れてる。私の時間は止まってしまったのに。
Everyone's lives kept on going when mine stopped.
それからずっと現実感のない夢の中で生きてるみたい。母さんと父さんがいないのに世界は動き続けてるなんて間違ってる気がした。
Since then, it feels like I've been living in some sort of unreal dream. The world continuing without mom and dad felt too wrong.
ごめん、まとまらない話で。今までこんなこと打ち明けられる人がいなくて。
Sorry, I'm just rambling now. I've never really had anyone to talk about this.
そんな話してくれて嬉しいわ。
On the contrary, I'm glad that you could tell me.
いろいろ気を使わせてごめんなさい。大切なものを失ったのは安江も同じなのに。
I feel bad for burdening you with all this. You lost so much as well.
失って成長できればいいけれど、なかなかそういうわけにはいかないわね。
If only that taught me anything.
ダメね、私ったら。ほのかを元気づけてあげたくて連れ出したのに、いざとなれば何を言えばいいのかわからないなんて。
It's silly, isn't it? I wanted to help you feel better, but I don't know what to say now that I've dragged you here.
ねえ、安江のこと聞いてもいいかな。
Maybe you could tell me about yourself? She thinks for a moment. The hesitation in opening up clear. I don't mind at all, given how difficult the topic must be for her.
ある日突然、私の知っていた人が皆いなくなったの。それに、知っていたものすべても。
In one moment, everything, everyone I knew was gone. Everything I knew was gone.
声が枯れるまで叫び、涙が出なくなるまで泣いたわ。その状態が永遠に続く運命だと気づいたとき、心が壊れそうだった。唯一の慰めは、たとえわずかでも愛する人たちの記憶の中で生きていけること、それだけだった。
I screamed until my voice broke and cried until my tears wouldn't come. My mind nearly broke from the idea that this would be my fate for an eternity. My only consolation, small as it would be, maybe, was that I would live on in the memories of those I loved.
こんなこと言っても慰めにならないのは分かってる。でも他の人たちも囚われてるし、みんないい人みたいじゃない。
I know it's no real comfort, but at least you have the others who are trapped here. They seem nice.
悪い人たちじゃないのは確かよ。でも私の知っていた人たちではないの。
The townsfolk aren't bad company. They're just not who I knew. She hesitates before continuing, taking a sigh to recollect herself.
潮は引いてもまた満ちてくる。悲しみが消える。といいのだけれど、決して消えはしない。波が小さくなるだけ。ほのかは、そろそろ息を吸うことを覚えた方がいいのかもしれないわね。
Just as the tide goes out, so too does the tide come back in. I wish I could say that grief goes away, but it never does. The waves just become smaller. You learn when to breathe for air, I suppose.
いる人たちがいる。そう思うと少しだけ心が楽になるの。
The people I loved in this real world still remembered me, at least. I take, I do take some, um, I do take some small comfort in that. I don't know why it was so hard for me to hear that.
No, it's okay.
It's awful that she was sealed away from those she loved. Those she meets in the streets seem a stretch to call friends. Kind acquaintances, perhaps. There's a particular air about her, one I sensed the moment I met, an unspoken connection shared between people who are more alike than they wish to be, one which I've only now found the words for. The connection of past thoughts. My brain read it as a past of lost connection, and
Oh.
I'm just like, that's not what was said there. The topic at an end. Yasue runs a hand through her hair. Its strange, colorful strand slid through her finger. The odd sight, just another everyday happening for the people here.
みんな両親を失っても人生に向き合ってる私を大人だって言うけど、本当はまだ何も分かってないだけだと思う。
People call me so grown up for dealing with life after losing them. But I still feel like I don't know anything.
それが大人だということよ。
That's how you know you're an adult.
子供の頃、親は何でも知っていると思っていたわ。10代になると自分は何でも知っていると思った。でもね、大人になって自分は何も知らないことに気づいたの。本当の知恵というのはね、誰もが実は何も分かっていないと理解することよ。
As a child, my parents knew everything. As a teenager, I knew everything. Reaching adulthood taught me that I truly know nothing. True wisdom, however, is understanding that nobody truly knows anything.
それ、誰の言葉？
Who is that from?
私よ。好きに使っていいわよ。でも、大学の論文には使えないかもしれないわね。
Me. Feel free to use that. Maybe not in university paper, though.
それが大人になる上で一番辛いところよね。10代に入って初めて気づいた。不公平も人生の一部なのだと。時にはどうしようもないこともあると受け入れなくてはならないの。
That's the worst part of growing up, isn't it? Finding out that the unfairness you first noticed in your teenage years was a fact of life. Sometimes there's simply nothing that can be done about it.
それでも挑むのは大事だと思う。
Even so, you have to try.
ほのかのそういうところは好きよ。あなたには内に秘めた炎がある。
I like that about you, Honoka. You have a fire in you. A fire, she says. She simply giggles at my curious look. That's the last thing I would say about myself. I'll have to return to that world outside soon. I was already terribly exhausted before arriving, and my tiredness is already weighing on me. When I do, all traces of the fullness I feel from our sharing meal will vanish, just as my stupor did. Yet, my memory of Yasue will remain.
Act 1, Scene 6? Man, I thought we were going to get like 5 scenes per act.
Apparently not.
No?
But
But I think we're going to
whew,
call it there for today.
yeah,
That's
because
a
we're already starting the next scene. That's, it's been so much fun. We got
yes.
pretty far.
We got really far. Sorry again, y'all, that we had to like spend an extra 5-10 minutes like fast forwarding. I have no idea what happened to that first save file. But just in case, I am going to go back to the title screen. I have saved. Yes, we have saved. I just want to see if we can load up this new file. Because if we cannot, then maybe the game is broken. That would be a real damn shame. Okay, cool. I have no idea what happened.
Lovely.
I have no idea what happened to that first one. That first one
I
just
don't think the
said
devs
no.
do either.
Yeah, because it was the same exact spot, same exact problem. But again, thank everyone for tuning in. Appreciate y'all so much. Lunari, where can people find you?
You can find me everywhere at Lunari VT.
With the exception of like
Literally.
Blue Sky, right? Because isn't it different in Blue Sky, or is it still Lunari, but
I
it's like
haven't
under
set
a
up a
different
new Blue
name?
Sky yet. I haven't set up a new Blue Sky yet.
Right.
I'm working on it.
Fair enough. Well, I hope you have a good rest.
Everywhere else,
Everywhere else is all Lunari.
yeah, Lunari VT.
Perfect. Well, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and the rest of your week. Have a
You
good
too.
weekend as well.
Yeah, have a great weekend. And we'll be back next week.
Yes. As far as I'm aware, we are good to roll for next Friday, same time.
Lovely.
If
Great.
something pops up, just let me know.
Yeah, you know me now too.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye. Alrighty. Well, thank you again, Lunari, for the raid. Appreciate you, or for the read along. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Thank you to Wilderhound, Boogie Punk, and Melody's Wild Ride for the follows. Like I said, I'll be back later this afternoon at 2 p.m. CST. We'll be doing a shorter stream today. We'll be playing with Whiskey. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of your time. Whiskey Weeb. Sorry. But hopefully Whiskey is okay with me just calling him Whiskey. But I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. We're gonna be playing some Repo this afternoon. Like I said, it's gonna be a shorter stream because I have to go about and clean up the house a little bit before the weekend. I gotta make some phone calls again, trying to get this doc's appointment scheduled and everything. But you guys have a lovely time. We are going to raid Spooky Rose. They're playing the Henry Stickman game. We're going to have a lovely time with them. And until next time, y'all, have a good one. Bye-bye.